In this video, we'll walk you through 25 actual CDL test questions, with detailed answers and explanations. Let's get started.
When driving at night, you should use your high beams when oncoming traffic is not within feet. A. 400, B. 300, C. 500. Maximize your field of vision whenever possible by using your high beam headlights at night. Dim your lights when an approaching vehicle is within 500 feet. When driving through the work zone, you should A. Watch for sharp pavement drop-off, B. Turn on your parking lights, C. Reduce your speed only if workers are close to the roadway. Slow your vehicle to the posted speed limit for the work zone. Be aware of the location of workers and construction vehicles. Monitor the roadway for changes in grade, drop-off, narrow lanes, uneven surfaces, and sharp turns. Backing of the commercial vehicle is A. Not dangerous if you have a helper, B. Always dangerous, C. Not dangerous if you don't have to turn. Due to poor visibility, avoid backing a commercial vehicle unless it is necessary. Use an assistant when backing if someone is available. When you are parked on the side of the road at night, you must A. Use your tail lights to give warning to other drivers, B. Put out your emergency warning lights within 30 minutes, C. Turn on your four-way emergency flashers to warn others. Unless you are stopped in a designated parking area, always activate the four-way flashers to signal other drivers of your location and condition. You must stop on a hill or curve on a two-lane two-way road. How far should you place reflective triangles? A. Within 200 feet behind you, B. As far back as necessary so others can see you, C. Within 500 feet behind you. When the line of sight is blocked due to the terrain, move the rear reflective triangle back to a maximum of 500 feet to give drivers ample warning. Stab braking should not be used on vehicles with A. Hazardous materials, B. Trailers, C. Anti-lock brakes. Anti-lock brake systems, ABS, prevent wheels from locking up during braking. Therefore, stab braking cannot be used on a tractor-trailer that is equipped with ABS. Sometimes you need to leave a road to avoid a hazard or emergency. When you do, you should keep in mind that A. Most shoulders are not strong enough to support a heavy vehicle, B. You might be unable to re-enter the road because of the gavel used on shoulders, C. It is less dangerous to drive onto the shoulders than to cause a collision. Veering onto the shoulder of a roadway may be necessary to avoid a collision with another vehicle on the road. You may then slow and come to a stop on the shoulder before merging back onto the road. Which of the following is not a characteristic of tire failure? A. Cold steering, B. Vehicle's fishtail, C. Steering wheel twisting. A tire failure on the front wheels will be felt in the steering wheel and may cause the wheel to turn. A tire failure of a rear wheel may cause a trailer to fishtail, but dual wheels tend to prevent this.
Want to study with the full set of over 1,200 real CDL test questions? With CDL Study Buddy app, you'll have everything you need to ace the CDL exam. Study on the go with practice questions, answers, and explanations for all states and endorsements. The app will track questions you missed so you can review your weaknesses and quickly learn the material. Most importantly, users find that most of the questions in the app are actually on their exam. Download the CDL Study Buddy app today and ace your CDL exam.
Most skids, A. Are caused by going too fast or trying to stop too quickly. B. Do not happen with radial tires. C. Happen on ice. Accelerating too quickly tends to cause drive wheels to skid. Attempting to stop too fast tends to cause non-drive wheels to skid. In bad weather, many drivers tailgate large vehicles. What should you do? A. Lightly tap your brake to warn the tailgater to drop back. B. Speed up to distance yourself from the tailgater. C. Increase your following distance. Regardless of what drivers are doing behind you, increase your following distance to the vehicle ahead of you so that you have time to stop. This can also cause a tailgater to pass you. Which of the following systems should receive extra attention during winter weather inspection? A. Exhaust. B. Suspension. C. Steering. Carbon monoxide is a poisonous exhaust gas that may lead to death in large enough amounts. It is a greater concern during cold weather when the cab may not have ample ventilation while trying to maintain heat. Inspect the exhaust system for any leaks or cracks. What happens to tar on the road pavement during hot weather? A. Nothing. B. It bleeds, making the road surface slippery. C. It becomes staining, making tires stick to the road. In hot weather, the tar in the pavement can bleed to the road surface, causing a slippery road condition. What is the best advice for drivers when a heavy fog occurs? A. Alternate your own high beams to improve your vision. B. Park the truck until the fog disappears. C. Do not drive too slowly or other drivers may hit you. Heavy fog will reduce visibility to the point that you will need to travel so slowly that it is not worth the risk to be on the road. Do not drive in a heavy fog. Find a safe place to park and wait for conditions to improve. In mountain driving, you will have to use a lower gear to drive safely on a grade. Which of these does not affect your choice of gear? A. The weight of the load. B. Tire threads depth. C. The length of the grade. The choice of gear will be influenced by several factors, such as your vehicle weight and the degree of grade. Select a gear that allows you to maintain control of the vehicle and not travel too fast for the factors involved. What should you do before driving in mountains? A. Unhook your steering axle brake. B. Know escape ramp locations on your way. C. Carry the tire chains in your vehicle. Be prepared to use engine braking, or a retarder, and supplement with the service brake. Identify the locations of escape ramps just in case you need to make an emergency stop due to brake failure. Escape ramps, A, are designed to slow vehicles so they can get back on the road at the safe speed. B, should be used by any driver who loses braking power. C, are not designed for tractors, double trailers. Escape ramps are designed to safely stop runaway tractor trailers with brake failure. Use an escape ramp if your brakes fail in order to avoid injuring yourself and others and preserve your cargo. Which of these is true about notifying the authorities after an accident occurs? A. An exact location is not necessary, just identify the road and the vehicles involved. B. You should notify authorities about an accident before doing anything else. C. If you have a cellular phone or CB radio, you should notify the authorities before exiting the vehicle. Assuming that your vehicle is equipped with a CB radio, or you carry a cellular phone, you should contact the authorities regarding an accident before exiting your vehicle. If you do not have a method of communication, then wait for the scene to be protected before seeking a method to contact the authorities. If you are not sure what to use to put out a hazardous material fire, you should A. Use dirt. B. Wait for firefighters. C. Use water. Some extinguisher media may actually make a fire worse when applied. If you do not know what type of media to apply to a fire, just wait for professional firefighters. Which of these is not a danger of a rough acceleration? A. Tire damage. B. Damage of a coupling. C. Mechanical damage. Smooth accelerations and braking help reduce mechanical damage and prolong the life of your vehicle and equipment. Which of these lights cannot be checked at the same time? A. Turn signals, tail lights, and clearance lights. B. Headlights, brake lights, and clearance lights. C. Turn signals, brake lights, and four-way flashers. Turn signals, flashers, and brake lights must be checked separately. However, those three systems tend to use the same bulbs, so if a bulb fails for one, all three systems will likely be inoperative for that light assembly. You are inspecting hydraulic brakes. You should pump the brake pedal 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the pedal for 5 seconds. If the brakes are working properly, the pedal should A. Depress slightly, B. Not move, C. Sink to the floor. Hydraulic brake fluid does not compress. Therefore, holding steady pressure on the pedal after pumping it 3 times should result in a pedal that stays hard. If the brake pedal begins to fade or sinks to the floor, seek out service immediately. Drivers of trucks and tractor-trailers with cargo must check that the cargo is well secured within the first miles of the trip. A. 25, B. 50, C. 10. Commercial drivers are required to inspect the securement of their cargo within the first 50 miles. They must then inspect the cargo every 3 hours or 150 miles, whichever happens first. When starting a bus on a level surface with good traction, there is often no need for A. Parking brakes, B. A tire check, C. Slow acceleration. If the bus is on a level surface with good traction, then the parking brake is not likely needed to hold the bus when starting. Simply start the bus, engage the transmission, and begin moving. How does the weight of the vehicle affect stopping distance? A. If brakes work, weight will have no effect on stopping distance. B. Fully loaded trucks take longer to stop, or the buses loaded with passengers take less distance than empty ones. C. Empty trucks take longer to stop than if loaded, but this is not the normal case for buses. The brake system of a tractor-trailer provides optimal braking under full load. The brakes of an unloaded vehicle can lock up if the driver attempts to stop within the same distance as a fully loaded vehicle, so the driver requires additional stopping distance. When you are starting to move up a hill from a stop, A. Keep the trailer brake hand valve applied until you reach 20 miles per hour. B. Engage the clutch and accelerate quickly. C. Release the parking brakes as you apply engine power. Use the parking brake to hold the vehicle while you engage the transmission and then let out the clutch to apply engine power. Then release the parking brake.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more CDL test prep content.